Evan Money here with some great news for you. Have you ever thought, oh my gosh, my life's a mess. What am I going to do? Well, the good news is it's supposed to be that way. And here's why. Let me give you some great examples. If your life's not a mess, nothing's happening. Okay, so let me take it step by step. So my family and we have lots of fun and great family time in the living room. And we do all kinds of games, all kinds of fun stuff. And we make giant forts and tents with the cushions. And we take the sheets and we put it under the chairs. And we have these amazing living room experiences. But guess what? We make a giant mess. That's right. My precious daughter and I. She's 10 years old and we're having a great time. Once a week, we cook dinner for the family. So we put on the playlist of Hillsong and 80s classics and we get to cooking in the kitchen. And guess what? We make some really good food. But guess what? We're making a mess. Man, it is a total mess. And I try to clean up as we go, but it's still this mess because we're creating some great food. We're creating a great experience. And the message is part of the deal. If you've ever been to a construction site or maybe you've had your home remodeled or been blessed like my bride and I so many years ago to build a custom home, you go to a construction site, man, what a mess. It's like they do this stuff on purpose. I mean, there is just chaos everywhere, junk everywhere. You're like, where does this stuff come from? I mean, it's like, wow, that's a mess, construction site. But you're building, you're creating this amazing home at the end of it. And of course, the mess eventually gets cleaned up, eventually. And sometimes you may have to do it yourself when the contractor is long gone, but that's part of the process. My son, oh my gosh, my bride is so good with the clippers. And she cuts my hair, son, and does all these cool haircuts. And, you know, he comes out of the bathroom, his hair's looking good. I mean, I have, some envy in that department. But he walks out, he looks great, but you go in the bathroom and it's a mess. Man, there's hair everywhere, stuff everywhere. It's like a tornado hit this place. And for those of you in business that are watching this, when business is booming, things are exciting, things are growing, things are happening, how's the paperwork going? How are the bookkeeping going? Man, it's a mess. I mean, I get these letters from the state of California every quarter going, hey, you better pay your quarterly taxes. And it's not like I don't want to. It's just, man, I've got so much stuff going on. We got so much coming out. I don't have time to count it, let alone pay all this stuff. So in business, everything, it's a mess, but that's how it's supposed to be. But the challenge is when we put the mess and personalize it and we say, I'm a mess, my business is a mess, my relationships are a mess. No, they're not. You were created in God's image, and God doesn't make messes. He makes perfection. So he created you again in his image. So yes, we make a mess when we're doing things, but we're not a mess. So there's a huge Grand Canyon Valley of difference. You're not a mess. You just created one. So let's just clean it up. That's how it works. You don't berate yourself in the kitchen going, oh, I'm such a bad cook. I made a mess in the kitchen. Hey, that's how it works. And there's dishes to clean afterwards. That's just part of the process. So living life, whether it's relationships, owning a business, personal finances, whatever. If you're doing something, you're going to create a mess. So just clean it up because you're not your mess. And one of the greatest ways to clean stuff up, especially in relationships, is the best sponge, the superpower sponge to clean stuff up, is forgiveness. That's right. Use the sponge of forgiveness to just clean stuff up as you go and watch what happens. I just want to encourage you with that today to say, no, you are not a mess. Messes just get created as a byproduct of doing things. So just clean them up. Enjoy that. And until next time, God bless.